Earth has a surface area of roughly 510 million square kilometers. That sounds enormous, but some video game worlds push far beyond that scale. From galaxies containing hundreds of billions of star systems to universes filled with quintillions of planets, these games offer worlds so massive that fully exploring them would be virtually impossible. So today, we're taking a look at 10 game worlds bigger than planet Earth. Minecraft is already one of the biggest game worlds ever created, but its true scale is even more impressive than most players realize. While the game might look simple on the surface, its world stretches to roughly 600 million square kilometers, making it larger than Earth's entire surface area. As you continue exploring, forests, mountains, oceans, and caves seem to go on forever, creating a world that feels almost endless. The scale of Minecraft becomes even more impressive when you look at how much of it remains unexplored. In 2018, player Kurt J. Max set a Guinness World Record for the longest journey from a starting spawn point after traveling more than 3,280 kilometers across a single world. Even after years of exploration, countless areas remain unseen, helping Minecraft maintain a sense of scale that very few games can match. No Man's Sky features one of the largest game universes ever created. Instead of exploring a single world, you can travel across a procedurally generated galaxy containing more than 18 quintillion planets, each with its own terrain, wildlife, weather systems, and resources. The sheer scale of the game is almost impossible to comprehend, creating a universe that feels almost endless no matter how much you explore. The scale of No Man's Sky feels even more impressive when you realize that no player sees everything it has to offer. Even after years of exploration, countless planets remain undiscovered, with new worlds waiting beyond every jump. With an almost unimaginable number of destinations spread across its galaxy, No Man's Sky remains one of the largest and most ambitious game worlds ever created. Most space games create the illusion of scale. Star Citizen takes a different approach. Instead of shrinking planets or simplifying distances, the game builds its universe at an enormous scale, allowing you to travel between planets, moons, space stations, and deep space locations that all exist within the same persistent world. The result is a universe that often feels closer to a space simulation than a traditional game. That sense of scale becomes even more impressive once you start looking at the distances involved. In one of the game's most famous journeys, a player traveled more than 23 million miles across the universe, highlighting just how enormous its playable space really is. With planets, moons, orbital stations, and vast stretches of space all connected within the same environment, Star Citizen creates a scale that remains difficult to find anywhere else. Elite Dangerous doesn't just give you a large map, it gives you an entire galaxy. The game recreates the Milky Way at a 1-to-1 scale, with roughly 400 billion star systems forming its massive playground. From populated stations and familiar systems like Sol to distant stars that most players will never reach, the sheer size of the galaxy makes Earth feel like a tiny speck in comparison. That scale feels even more impressive when you realize how much of the galaxy remains unexplored. Years after release, players are still discovering new systems, strange planets, and distant regions hidden across the Milky Way. With billions of stars, countless worlds, and an entire galaxy sitting in front of you, Elite Dangerous feels almost impossible to fully map, let alone fully experience. EVE Online takes place inside a massive player-driven universe unlike almost anything else in gaming. Thousands of interconnected star systems make up its galaxy, with planets, stations, trade hubs, and player-controlled territories spread across space. Every region exists within the same persistent universe, creating a scale that feels far larger than a traditional MMO. The size of EVE Online feels even more impressive when you realize that entire sections of the galaxy are controlled by players. Massive alliances rule over vast territories. Wars can spread across dozens of star systems, and major battles often involve thousands of players fighting over the same region of space. With thousands of interconnected systems and a universe shaped almost entirely by its community, EVE Online remains one of the most ambitious online worlds ever made. Starfield takes scale to an entirely different level. Instead of exploring a single world, you can travel across more than 100 star systems containing over 1,000 planets, making it one of the largest universes Bethesda has ever created. From bustling cities and settled colonies to barren moons and unexplored worlds, every destination adds to the enormous sense of scale that defines the game. The size of Starfield becomes even more impressive when you realize that you can visit every planet in the game. While each world offers a different experience, the sheer number of locations creates a galaxy that feels almost impossible to fully experience. With over 1,000 planets spread across more than 100 star systems, Starfield presents a scale that few RPGs can even come close to matching. Boundless might not be as well known as Minecraft or No Man's Sky, but the scale of its universe is absolutely enormous. Instead of being limited to a single world, you can travel between countless interconnected planets, each featuring unique environments, resources, creatures, and terrain generation. Every world is procedurally generated and made up of billions of blocks, creating a universe that feels almost endless the more you explore. What makes Boundless particularly impressive is the way those planets connect together. Using a massive portal network, you can travel seamlessly between worlds and discover entirely new destinations without ever feeling confined to a single map. Permanent worlds, temporary exoplanets, and player-created planets all exist within the same universe, creating a scale that few sandbox games can match. Even years after its release, Boundless still stands among the biggest game worlds ever created. Avorion takes place inside a massive procedurally generated galaxy containing roughly 1 million sectors to explore. As you travel through space, you'll encounter faction territories, asteroid fields, hidden locations, trade hubs, and dangerous regions scattered across an enormous galaxy. Because new sectors are generated as you discover them, exploration constantly feels like you're pushing deeper into unknown territory. The scale of Avorion feels even more impressive when you realize just how much of the galaxy remains unexplored. With countless sectors spread across a galaxy filled with factions, stations, resources, and hidden encounters, no two journeys feel exactly the same. Combined with shipbuilding, exploration, trade, and large-scale battles, Avorion creates a universe that feels far larger than most space sandbox games. Infinity Battlescape might not be as well known as some of the bigger space games on this list, but its scale is still incredibly impressive. Instead of limiting you to a small section of space, the game takes place across a seamless, true-to-scale procedural star system where you can travel between planets, moons, asteroid fields, and massive space battles without encountering a single loading screen. What makes Infinity Battlescape stand out is the way it handles scale. The entire game takes place inside a fully connected solar system where hundreds of players can fight across enormous distances while traveling freely between space and planetary environments. Gas giants, volcanic worlds, asteroid rings, and distant moons all exist within the same seamless system, creating a sense of scale that few space games can match. X4 Foundations features a massive galaxy made up of interconnected star systems, sectors, stations, and trade routes. As you explore, you'll encounter sprawling industrial networks, massive fleets, and entire regions controlled by competing factions. The scale of the universe becomes apparent almost immediately, with countless locations spread across a galaxy shaped by exploration, trade, and conflict. The size of X4 Foundations feels even more impressive when you realize that the entire economy operates in real time. Ships transport resources, stations produce goods, and factions expand their influence across the galaxy, whether you're involved or not. With thousands of ships, countless stations, and a living economy connecting every corner of space, X4 Foundations creates a scale that few strategy and space simulation games can match.